and make it happen.
All right, we're back with Paranormal Pop and our very special and only guest so far, Drew Gregory. What's up, brother? Welcome back.
Hey, buddy.
All right, so this is going to be our, not exactly a reaction to the trailer. We were trying to do this a couple of nights ago, Friday, when it first came out. But this is going to be Andrew's take and a little bit of my take. I already posted a video on something that I thought was pretty cool about the trailer, and then I'll ask Andrew about that in just a moment. So let's replay the Star Wars Rise of the Skywalker trailer right now, and we'll get Andrew's take right afterwards.
We've passed on all we know. 1,000 generations live in you now. But this is your fight.
So what's your take?
Palps at the end, I don't know, man. The title, I don't know. How about you tell me what you think first?
I loved it. Loved it. And I'll tell you why. Because yes, it's easy to just put Skywalker in the title, but I also think that was the right thing to do, because through 2 movies, most fans were asking, wow, how is this a Skywalker trilogy finale? If really the only Skywalker is Kylo Ren, and we're not really for 2 full films, he's been an evil guy. Maybe he'll go light towards the end of this. We don't know. But the Skywalker namesake is what's important. It's been in the previous 6 films. So I think that JJ had to put it in there. I think it was the right thing to do. I think it's his way of saying to everybody, how's your brownie? Good?
Yeah, I got to explain the gloves. So over the weekend, I was at this hot sauce convention in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude handed me a brownie, and he's like, hey, man, I want you to try this. But
mm-hmm.
if you touch it, don't touch yourself afterwards. So I had to make sure that I wore a glove just in case,
Because you don't know.
That's what's going on right now. It's a little bit. So if you see me crying, it's definitely not because of the trailer.
Did you see Apocalypto, the movie Apocalypto? Then you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Yeah.
It is very similar. But it's not terrible. I thought it'd be worse.
Nice. Hey, the only way to know is through experience.
So Rise of Skywalker.
I like Rise of Skywalker because I think it's a mystery. I think it signals to the fans like, hey, we're trying to get back on track with the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, well, they've been off track for 2 movies, so hopefully they actually bring it full circle. I don't know, man. The trailer didn't do anything for me. I thought Rey looked good,
Mm-hmm.
It was good to see Leia in it. Obviously, that's that unused footage from 7.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Like there was nothing that like I was like really excited for it afterwards. I don't know. I've come to this point now in my life where I just don't like even like watching the trailers anymore.
See,
When there's like a movie coming out, like
yeah.
I'd rather just go into the movie completely, surprised.
I don't know. I kind of needed this trailer for therapy. I needed to have some hope going into the next film. I mean, of course, I'm going to see it no matter what, but I was so distraught about so many choices that were made, and like I think episode 7 is getting much worse of a rap now because of episode 8. Because episode 7, yeah, he played it super safe. He repeated some things that George had originally done. But it seems to me it was very calculated. JJ was trying to do a palate cleanser. He was purposely imitating the original in a way of saying, okay, we're kind of going to restart the direction of how a film looks. But I didn't necessarily like those choices. But by and large, I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the mystery and the mystery boxes that he was introducing. And I don't think he intended Mary Ray. I don't think he intended Ray to be Mary Sue. I think he had something else planned, and then episode 8 really didn't fill that in any way. So it made it look like JJ's film was empty, but I don't think it was. I think there was a plan. Now, the coolest thing I think when I was watching the trailer is this beginning. Everyone's like, oh, that's so silly. She's running and doing this Matrix jump thing and blah, blah, blah. But
I thought that was the best part of the trailer.
I thought it was really cool. Man. Yeah, I thought it was really cool. I think there's just a lot of bitter people out there because of The Last Jedi, that they're so bitter that they're not even trying to keep an open mind, and like they're just nitpicking every little thing. But I think what's happening there, and I put this in a video on YouTube earlier this week, is I think she's being trained. And I think that gloves in that TIE fighter, which has the red in the front now, it's almost like.
But isn't that Kylo Ren's TIE fighter?
Yeah, but now it's a red, right? There's those there's little pieces in the front, so it looks to me like it's a TIE fighter that was damaged and repaired. Maybe I'm just making that up. I don't know. But to me, the way she was breathing, if you look at her acting, and it's almost like she's been running through a really hardcore obstacle course, and she's like at that limit, and she knows that this thing is coming. She's like before you go on to a race, you're like, you breathe in deep. You're like, okay, I'm about to do this thing, and then and which explains why she sort of runs away from it, and it does this whole jump. I think that that's either Luke flying it or Mara Jade type of character. So another Jedi, because Luke at the beginning he says we, and something about the way he says we, like he and someone else has taught her something. So I think there's another Jedi being brought into the play here that's going to help teach her. Third choice would be that it's Kylo Ren.
And she's been running from him. He's been chasing her in his TIE fighter.
No, that he flipped, and now he's training her.
What about he's chasing her in his TIE fighter? I think that's the most logical explanation.
It could be, but I don't think so. I don't know. There's just something about the way she's acting. There's something off about it. It's not. Then again, it could just be the take that they took, and used for the trailer. I think he's trying to mislead us. It's a teaser trailer. It's not supposed to give you answers.
I'm glad they didn't give away too much.
Yeah.
I probably don't want to watch another trailer when it comes out, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, I'm very outspoken that I hated The Last Jedi, but I love Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to not see this movie because I hated The Last Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
Just the trailer didn't do anything to add to my excitement. I think we're seeing a lot of the same missteps from 7. We see it looks like a desert skip similar to Return of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if they end up at one of the Hutt's places at the beginning of this movie, I'm gonna be like, I'm out, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I think that it does look like they could be on Tatooine. But I think from intimating what JJ has said, I think yes, obviously there's going to be some prequel elements. There's going to be original trilogy elements, but he's made it clear that they're expanding the universe. So I'm pretty sure I would be okay if they go back to Tatooine or to Hutt's palace.
Oh, totally. I'm fine with that.
Or Hoth even. I don't care. You can go back.
Hoth would be dope.
You can go anywhere, but as long as you add in new things. That was the one thing George Lucas understood going into his prequels. He's he knew that he had to expand the universe and give us, more places and more, aliens and more sets and more props and more designs, which is one of the best things about the prequels. So I think JJ is going to try. I don't know how he's going to pull it off. But look, I mean, if the Russo brothers can direct Infinity War with 500 characters and multiple locations, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. There was a time where Lord of the Rings was considered, complex, that Peter Jackson's directed. So I think
it still kind of is. I think it still holds up.
No, it's still complex in its own right. But what I'm saying is, like, it was groundbreaking because it had to follow so many characters. And then you look at Infinity War. Infinity War it's amazing, how well woven that story is together with all these characters. I think that JJ can pull this off. I think I also am a true believer in when directors are under pressure, they tend to do some of their best work.
I'm hopeful, man. Like I said, I don't know. Like, why is Palps there, man? Like, why is
I don't think he is. No, I don't think he's coming back alive. I think we're just going to see like an old hologram, and we're going to get some information. Like,
you think it's going to be like that? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think he's going to like show up and be like, I'm here, guys.
No, that wouldn't be good because it totally would devalue Luke's story arc and Anakin's story arc. It would totally undercut everything they had gone through. What's the point of the hero's journey if the hero doesn't ever win?
But all these movies have been that way. All these movies have been a misstep. So
I hope not. I think he's messing.
I hope he can pull it together, man. I'm hoping for it.
So okay, what did you like best about the trailer?
I don't know, man. How Rey looks in the beginning. I like seeing Princess Leia.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it. Like, there's nothing that I really thought would like really stuck out to me. Like, wow, I can't wait to see this.
You didn't? I mean, Lando wasn't cool.
I guess I love Billy D. I like Billy D.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you that. Billy D. It's good to see Billy D.
Because he looked comfortable. He looked like he was right back in it. So that gave me encouragement. So what did you hate about it?
Didn't hate anything about it.
Yeah.
A lot of it is, it's a big mystery how like you said, like they're only showing us like a little bit,
mm-hmm.
and I'm sure like a lot of the clips, it's not what we think that it is.
Right, yeah.
I can't imagine them. They definitely took their time cutting the trailer, so
yeah.
There was just nothing that stuck out to me where I was like, oh wow, like I'm really excited to see this.
When you first saw The Force Awakens, were you at least satisfied?
Yeah, I didn't dislike it. My big thing was that it was too close to A New Hope. Excuse me, that's brownies.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that. But it was just a little too close to A New Hope story-wise. Like when Han walks out to the bridge, I looked at my brother and I'm like, he's about to pull an Obi-Wan. Like it was just very like it followed like it was very formulaic. It followed that cookie cutter from.
Yeah, but
I'm hoping they stray from that. I'm hoping they it's cool. It's cool to do an homage. It's cool to pay your respects to what existed. But come up with your own story. Come up with something we're not expecting.
I agree. I think there was probably some decision making compromises with JJ and Lucasfilm creating 7. But look, I mean, JJ, he admitted there were things that he would have done differently. Do you know? Like, he doesn't have a big old ego that's going to get in the way of his creativity. So I think the fact that he's honest about that, like he would, had he got a chance to do it again, he would have brought Luke, Leia, and Han back together again. Like he can recognize, like,
it should have been more about them to begin with. Let's be honest.
The first episode should have been, yeah.
I think all the diehard fans, man, really wanted to see a story about them. It's cool they added new characters, but they could have added new characters in a new franchise branch.
Mm-hmm.
If this is the story about, the Skywalker saga,
yeah,
we've seen very little Skywalker, as you mentioned,
exactly.
in 7, 8, and hopefully 9.
I think this is at worst. I think that this will be a Band-Aid after The Last Jedi, and I think, look, you can't change what's been done. So I think that he's going to do his best to stop the bleeding and the hemorrhaging, and like give us some hope for the future moving forward. I think if he can at least pull that off, as far as the trilogy sequels go, then we're okay. Because
what if they're able to jump back in time from before Last Jedi happened, like right before Last Jedi starts.
Okay, check this out though. But yeah, but you can't bring back Carrie Fisher though. You know, like you can't. But, okay, now Chris Carter did that with the X-Files.
Maybe the movie ends with where Last Jedi started, but then that would just upset people because then they're like, oh no, Last Jedi's going to happen all over again.
No, I think he did the right thing. It's supposed to be like several years later. I think that was the smartest decision to make, to give, and that's why I think we're getting a scene with Rey being trained, because I think JJ realizes that the Jedi, has to do that. And they're going to have to like, retcon a little bit. But Chris Carter in the X-Files, when he did after season 10 continuation, they got so much criticism about it that in season 11 it literally started with Scully waking up from a dream, and like season 10 was like, oh, that was just all kind of whoops, yep. So I don't think you can do that exactly, but I think you can clean the slate a little bit. But anyway, that's it, man. So any last comments on it?
I'm still hopeful. Like I didn't care for the trailer, but I'm still hopeful.
Yeah.
Like Rise of Skywalker. I guess I like the title. Well, it remains to be seen. I'm still on the fence about it, buddy.
Well, look, if JJ listens to his friend Simon Pegg, I think we'll get a good movie.
I hope so. I think that's amen to that.
Yeah. All right, man.
Fair enough. All right, buddy. Always good to talk to you.
Peace and love, brother. If you like today's content, please subscribe and like below. And until next time, live in the mystery.
Janeway out.